Hello, my name is George Bassel, and I am a professor of plant biology at the University of Warwick in the School of Life Sciences. It is great to be chatting with you today. My lab is interested in understanding how plants make decisions. Now, plants make decisions, you may ask? Why? Absolutely, yes, they do. Examples of decisions plants make include when to start flowering. So this is the decision as to when to commence reproduction, which ends with the production of seeds. Another decision plants make in their life cycle is when a seed decides when to germinate. This is a biggie, as once a seed germinates and turns into a seedling, the plant will then live the rest of its life in that one spot. It cannot move. I'm afraid to say triffids are the work of science fiction. It is therefore critical for a seed to know when it is in a good location and when is a good time to germinate. So the seedling would not want to start its young, delicate life in the depths of winter or in the hottest moments in the summer. So it needs to choose both a good time and a good place. So the timing of this decision is of critical importance to the well-being and future life success of the plant. So plants don't have a brain. And this is a good thing, as they can't run away from the things that want to eat them, namely predators. So, for example, if a slug were to come along and start chewing on a plant and were to eat the specialized group of cells or the brain of the plant, then that would effectively be a lobotomy. And as we all know, what happens when we don't have a head is we're unable to function. So the plant, therefore, has not created a specialized group of cells which make decisions on behalf of the whole plant. So plants, they don't use brains or neurons to process information and make decisions. However, they use all the cells of their body rather than a specialized group. In other words, the body itself is the thinking collection of cells. The decision-making process is performed across the entire body plan of the plant. So within these collections of cells which make up the plants, there is no master single cell which tells all the other cells what to do. Instead, all the cells in the plant body individually make decisions and collectively come together to decide when to do things like when to flower or when for seeds to germinate. So we can think of this as holding an election where each individual is casting a ballot, and then at the end of the election, the ballot box is emptied and the votes are counted, and whoever receives the most votes is declared the winner. In the case of the plant, we can think of the individuals as being the individual cells, which are each performing operations to make a decision as to, have we seen enough light? Have we seen enough temperature, for example? However, in the case of a plant, they don't have the luxury of being able to empty a ballot box and count the number of votes that were done, because the plant is not aware of the cells that are in other places within the body of the plant. So instead, the plant is able to hold an election of sorts without being able to count the ballots. And how this is done is remaining a mystery to us. It is, however, something that we are actively working on in collaboration with computer scientists and physicists, where we're creating computer simulations which are mimicking the decision-making information processing processes which happen in the plant. And we're trying to understand better how the plant is able to hold these elections without being able to count their ballots. So while we don't have a lot to talk about this mysterious aspect of decision-making in plants at this moment, I hope to have more to tell you when we get together in person at the Pint of Science in the year 2021. So in summary, decision-making in plants is both mindless and leaderless. So it might be difficult to imagine a system where the government had no brains and no leaders and was able to still make robust and accurate decisions. You can stretch your imagination in this example. However, I will say that in the case of plants, they are able to perform both accurate and robust decisions in the absence of leaders and brains.